Staggering food prices at the grocery store is something Canadians have seen throughout 2021. But according to a new Canadian food price report, it appears that is only going to get much worse. It's predicted that families could see close to a $1,000 increase on their annual grocery bill. Items like meats, dairy, and baked goods could see an increase higher than ever before.
Essentially, this has been a crisis on a crisis.
The report published by Nakhavoly University predicts a 5 to 7% increase on the price of food in 2022. That would add nearly $1,000 a year to the grocery bill of an average family of 4.
This is the second year in a row where our food inflation has skyrocketed. And this is at a time when, Canadians are living precariously already. And it is just going to impact low-income Canadians and actually middle-class Canadians.
This news is going to affect them dramatically. It's also going to affect us. I'm in the warehouse right now where we buy just under $10 million worth of food every year. We now have to raise $560,000 more for the Daily Bread Food Bank.
The increase is the highest ever predicted by the report, which has been looking at food inflation for the past 12 years. According to Second Harvest, the rise in food is coming at a time where they also have seen record highs at food charities.
6.7 million people were accessing a food charity of some kind or another since the start of the pandemic. That's only going to increase.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? I think it's 18% of Canadians.
Wow.
Right? You don't even think it is the actual population of Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta combined.
Nichols says her fears go beyond just 2022, but what this inflation could mean long term, with healthy food options now being faced with the heftiest spikes.
When you can't have the nutrients that you need from childhood and in adulthood, then we notice that spikes in our healthcare. We see the educational outcomes of the lack of nutrient-dense foods.
At the Daily Bread Food Bank, they saw 1.5 million food bank visits in this past year alone. Numbers officials there say they only imagine will get worse unless something is done.
How do we make the city more affordable? And that is obviously making sure that incomes are appropriate, that we're starting to drive down some of the main costs, whether it's childcare, pharmacare, or affordable housing, so that fewer and fewer people ever need to make use of a food bank. The report cites supply chain issues along with labor market problems and adverse weather events as some of the key drivers causing prices to surge at the grocery store next year. Nakhavoly, City News.